Auckland Council's latest attempt to stem the spread of Kauri dieback is being criticised as fiddling around the edges while the disease rampages through the Waitakere Ranges. Council teams have been injecting phosphite into diseased trees near Piha in an attempt to save them, but the critics say if they really wanted to save the Kauri from extinction, the answer is quite simple: keep people out of the Waitakeres. Rowan Quinn reports.
Phosphite's a promising treatment that's shown dramatic results in trials over the past 5 years. A plant pathologist for plant and food research and a pioneering scientist in the trials, Ian Horner, says it's the only treatment that's had any effect on Kauri dieback.
We've been treating trees that are already showing symptoms of Kauri dieback, in some cases quite advanced symptoms with these big bleeding lesions at the base of the trees. And we found that when we injected them with the phosphite, the lesions stopped spreading, dried up, and in many cases healed and peeled back.
But Dr. Horner's the first to clarify that phosphite is no cure. It can, in the short term at least, save individual trees, but it doesn't kill the disease in soil, meaning trees can get reinfected and the spores keep spreading. Mels Barton, a spokeswoman for the Tree Council, which is fighting to save Kauri in the Waitakeres, says the Auckland Council isn't acting fast enough.
They are fiddling while Rome burns, and that what they're trying to do is make it look like they're doing something while not actually doing what they need to do. They need to use a restricted place notice to close the Waitakere Ranges. They need to do it now.
The council had the chance in December to vote to close the Waitakeres to the public, but opted instead to close a few more tracks. And iwi imposed rahuis not stopping people going in. And in a blunder this week, a PR company for the council encouraged people to head out there on Waitangi Day. Scientist and Kauri dieback expert Nick Waipara says keeping people out of the forest is the best shot Kauri have to survive. 70% of infected trees are near walking tracks.
The rahui that Kauri have put in place is the ultimate, actually. No one goes in or out till this is sorted. Upgrading tracks, closing tracks, trying to get people to clean their shoes has pros and cons, but generally it hasn't been working.
But the council's biosecurity manager, Phil Brown, says just because phosphite injections are not a cure, it doesn't mean they're not worth doing.
Ideally, we'd have a cure that protects every Kauri and every Kauri tree and every Kauri seedling. We don't have that yet, but what we do have is apparently a tool that can stop those trees from dying, at least in the short term, and so that does buy us a bit of time.
And the scientist who pioneered phosphite research, Ian Horner, says for those trees at least, injections are their only hope.
By going in there and treating, they're at least giving those stands a little bit of a reprieve. I think the alternative is just to sit there and watch the forest die around us.
The council says if Aucklanders want to do more and spend more on Kauri dieback, they should have their say when consultation on the 10-year budget opens at the end of the month. I Tamaki Makaurau, ko Rowan Quinn, DNA.